What the hell? Hey, how's it going there? Everybody on Instagram, YouTube. Hey, if you can hear me, for all you guys on Instagram, if you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. What's going on, Mel? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me, because I can't hear a damn thing. I'm down here in Houston, Texas, and our internet, not only did our internet go down, but oh good, it's crazy. Not only did our internet go down, but our cell phone service went down. I didn't lose power. I went without power from like 9 a.m. to 1 in the afternoon, you know, the very first day. But after that, I had power. So I'm not like everybody else that experienced all this stuff, and we didn't have any flooding or anything. So with that said, I hope everybody else is okay. I see a lot of the other people online are going live today, with the exception of oh man, I can't think of his name right now. But that's all right, I'll get to it. All right, let me take this music off because I hope you guys can hear. Oh well. All right. I got a little show and tell. You might have been curious, you might not, but I'll show it to you anyway. Let me stop that screen and let me show this one. This is what things look like where I am. All of these utility vehicles, I don't really have much issue with power where I am. It is not a big deal. What I did have here in Houston, is that I had no freaking internet. I didn't have internet until like 2 days ago. So let me see here. Let me get back to. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get to the next one. I was all set up to do this, to do these stories for you guys on Mod Pizza. I was saying earlier that Mod Pizza was no longer using not Ecolab, but Smart Care for their service, and I thought that was odd, but I did see it as an opportunity. Let me see here. Man, this thing won't let me go. All right, let me go to another screen. Here we go. Yeah, these are my streets. The streets are they're all clear, but no, a lot of the businesses still don't have power. That's the Torchy's Taco. This is all from about an hour ago. I went to get a couple of bucks to pay the lawnmower guys, and let me see what else I got. Yeah, we got traffic lights. Traffic lights are still down. Now that's the crazy thing. You can see the utility guys are right here. Let me see if I can press play on this thing. It's not gonna do it. But the utility guys are like a block away from where the traffic lights are out, and the traffic light has been out since the storm came through. Yo, yeah, man, everything is good. All right. Yeah, everything is good, man. It's funny. I got Mel on. She's on Instagram right now. Hey, learn a trade. What's happening? Hey, thanks for. I hope everybody got at least went over to learn a trade. I couldn't even put anything out. I couldn't put anything out to let even people know that learn a trade was going on in place of me. But since we got quite a few people here, I will go ahead and kick it on off. My name is Mike Reed. I am a commercial appliance tech in Houston, Texas, where we had the storm. Been in the business since '92, and family business. I guess I'm gonna start adding some pictures of my father and my sister on here. Been a family business, so no, I didn't leave another service company and start my own. I just left my father, and I went out and started my own thing. So here I am. I'm in Houston, Texas. The family business is in Illinois. I've been in the South Florida market. I've been in the Pennsylvania market. Of course, I know how Northern Indiana and the Chicago market is, and I'm down here in Texas, so I'm well aware of how the Texas market is. Houston, Galveston, San Antonio, Dallas, and in the cities in between. So with that, we are going to go ahead and get started with the stream. Yeah, so Learn a Trade is asking me, he says, is everybody okay? And yes, I'm perfectly fine. Like I said, 4 hours without power. So this was only the second longest period of time I've been without power. The first time is when we had the ice storm, and the storm knocked out the power lines. This time the wind knocked out the power lines. But this is just right up the street from me. This is not even a minute away. This is we did the count. We do the countdown many times if you watch my broadcast, and this is 15 seconds away from my doorstep. 15 seconds is where all these guys are. So, and they are still there right now. They are still there. Let me go ahead and share the screen with the news that you can use. Let me see here. Oh, and don't let me forget, before we end this stream, I need to flash up the QR code for Colepack. So Colepack has started a new program where they're going to put the QR codes on their walk-in boxes. So they were the head guy for the tech support for Colepack is asking for feedback on where they should put the QR codes. A lot of people are telling them, please make them UV protected. And they're putting in their bids on where they want to see the QR codes. Matter of fact, hell with it. I'll just show it right now. I'll just show it. Let me see if I can. Let me pull this up. So what you're going to need to do, especially all you guys on Instagram, you're probably going to, all right, bam, gotcha. All right, let me share the screen. I have been relaxing. I know you're seeing online and all the craziness out there. I have not experienced any of that. None of it. I've been chilling. I have been just relaxing. And my wife was just asking me just a minute ago. She was saying, "Oh, you're not going out there. Going out there for what? Half the restaurants and other facilities, they're closed. They don't have any power. It's still under 1 million people that don't have any power. So they're not even counting the businesses. They're just counting the people. And it's still pretty tough because the YouTubers, Houston is like YouTube central. It is a hotbed for YouTubers. So today is the first day where a large number of YouTubers from Houston are starting to broadcast. So here is the QR code. Let me see if it works. You should be able to. Yes, it does work. It's working on mine. It's going to take you right to Colepack. This QR code right here. What it allows you to do, there's a section in this that says, don't have an account, create an account. So they're giving you the opportunity to create the account. Julian, HVACR, what's up? Titan, HVACR, what's up? Sam, everybody else, thanks for being here. So this is the QR code. This is the brand new QR code for Colepack. You're going to be able to use this QR code to set up your account where you're going to get all the instructions for that particular model. And so they're joining Scotsman, Isomatic, Cold Draft, and the rest of the world with using, hello mate, so they're coming into the world with the rest of it. You're able to log in, get your account set up for free. It hasn't been rolled out just yet, but he's getting the feedback, and then they're going to start. So if they're taking feedback right now, so if you want to go to Colepack or contact the tech support for Colepack, that's going to go directly to the guy who's going to make this all happen. And you can put in your bid for where you want your suggestion on where you would want the QR code to go. All right, cool. Let's see here. So there's my little helping hand for the that's my good deed for the day. Now let me show the now let me get into the news. The news of it. Let's see what we could find. Let's see what we could find. So what I was trying to put up on the screen is good. So Mod Pizza had at one point in time they had 500. They had 500 locations. In the last year, there were store closings, and there were like rumblings in the industry that things weren't quite okay over there, and it was really up in the air. Then I went over because I go to Mod Pizza. It's my daughter's favorite pizza spot. It's my daughter's favorite. And I'm trying to figure out where the hell, man, I had all of this stuff set up. We'll go with QR. We'll go with the QR magazine. So I went by there and I saw the equipment. I don't know if you guys heard me mention it before, but I went by there. Oh, nice. Oh, Titan. Yeah. So you know about the website that Scotsman's got. But I went by there, and I always, even if I know a location has like a nationwide service provider, I will always take a look at their equipment. I will eyeball their equipment and gauge how things are looking. I'm looking to see if there's any kind of grease or oil anywhere, any calcium deposits on items, if the doors are broken, door gaskets are torn or worn, and all those things help and provide an indicator that something, if something's not quite right. And I saw that with the Mod Pizza by my home. I saw that the Continental prep tables, 2 of them had doors falling off. So the way you can tell if there are problems with a prep table door, you're going to see the containers that they put the proteins in. You'll see them use that. They'll flip those upside down and use it to prop up the door. They're typically going to be about the height to keep the door up. Now, when they go open the door is going to fall off. But if they push it up and then prop up the door with the prep table containers, the little holders, the cubbies, they'll stay in place. The magnets will hold the door to the frame. So for a hot minute, everybody thought that Mod Pizza was going to go under. So in the 11th hour, it appears that Elite Restaurant Group has come in and acquired Mod Pizza. Now, my source is this one particular source is the QSR magazine. I'm going to use at least 3 different industry magazines as my recent source. These are all from today. QSR is the Quick Service Restaurant Focus magazine. Let's see here. So Mod Pizza did have 500. And then they went and closed about 40 of them this year. So they closed about 40 of them this year. They're in 28 of the United States, and they're in Canada. Sorry, I don't think they have any down under. So let's see here. So the new owners are called Elite Restaurant Group. So there's no need of trying to figure out who's doing what. I'll just let you know right now. So Smart Care is out of the mix. So right now, Mod Pizza they have no service provider. Just so you know. So if you see a Mod Pizza, you go on over there and put in your bid. Now, of course, you know my policy. You got to go on over there, buy something, get a drink, order a pizza, you know, just get anything, and then you can go ahead and speak to the manager and give them your information. They've always been that way. You've always had the opportunity to get signed up with Mod. Mod always had the managers always had the discretion that if Smart Care was not responsive enough, then they had the authority to go ahead and use another service provider. So every Mod Pizza up until now, every single Mod Pizza had Continental prep tables. They had True refrigerators. They had cold pack in the back. They had RDI cold pack walk-in units in the back. The merchandiser is a turbo air, and that holds the beer, the canned wine, yes, canned wine, and the other bottles. They had that. They used to have Stolting. Every Mod Pizza used to have Stolting, but they phased them out. So now you really don't see a Stolting unit in there anymore. But every single Mod Pizza has Isomatic. They have an Isomatic nugget machine over the dispenser in the lobby area. All right, so Mod Pizza, what else they got? Then they have the Woodstone pizza oven. And I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember what the pizza press is. The pizza press. All right, so Elite Restaurant Group, they own, and I have no idea who the hell Slater's 50/50 is. They own Mediterranean chain Daphne's, which I know who they are, and they own Noon Mediterranean. I know who they are. Gigi's Cupcakes, I don't know who they are. And Pizza Concept, Project Pie, and Pat Z's Pizza. Now, Noon Mediterranean, I actually serviced some Noons. Let me show you this. Noon used to be in Houston. So the location that was here used to be called, it's in the Indeed section. It was one Mediterranean place, and then they did sort of like what this company did with Mods. They took them over and they turned all of that Mediterranean places into Noon Mediterranean. So you could see here that it says it's closed. Noon is closed, and it was right here in Houston on Yale Street. It was sort of like the Midtown Heights area. It was just west of downtown Houston that we had a Noon Mediterranean place. So this kind of lets me know what style of, hey, what's happening? This kind of lets me know what's their management style. And they typically, at least my experience with let me go back to this one. My experience with Elite Restaurant Group is they are pretty hands off on these restaurants that they acquire. So this is from USA Today, and then USA Today is going to flash up. It's all kind of weird stuff on the screen. Excuse me. So this is actually a pretty big, it's on all the major news outlets. USA Today, NBC, there's Restaurant Business Magazine. I'll go into that. All right. I looked at some of theirs. Oh, let's see here. But they don't go into some of the other inside information. So this is Restaurant Business Magazine that I'm using as my source. So they mods did, they avoided that chapter 11. So the previous service companies that, that was owed money, that debt doesn't get wiped away. So that debt is still there. So if you were doing work for mods, you're still good. You're still good. This is why I cover this type of information. I really thought that mods was going to go, that they were going to do their IPO. See, but they never did. I don't know if that was because of their numbers were bad. So mod did they just kept expanding. So every time they opened up a new location, they would get a bump. Every single time they opened up a location, they would get a bump. They would get a big bump in business. I got a chance to I got a chance to get to know quite a bit of the traveling staff, the training staff. Um, they were highly trained, but the problem Mod had was that when the staff would leave, the traveling staff, the training staff would leave, the quality would go down. It was kind of, the ship would kind of be like a rudderless ship. And it's an open concept, which means you can see everything that the employees do. And so sometimes the employees were like, the situation wasn't quite appetizing. And then they were with this whole big rainbow thing. And it was, it really, even mods demographic was for the family. And that whole, the staff that they were putting in those places was conflicting with the clientele that was coming in. They had a real laid back, middle America style clientele. And the staff, they would hire people with tattoos, and it was just a real big clash. So you have these people. It was not quite like a CC's crowd, but it was if you've never been to mods is the type of place where you come in and it's like Chipotle, but for pizza. So you come in and you're able to pick out all the things that you want, and they put it on your pizza. And usually people would pick up the little kids, and they pick them up, and the little kids would pick out stuff. So their staff was really clashing with all of that, that whole thing. But Mod Pizza was propping up their numbers by opening up more and more locations, and you really saw that. It was like if you went by a new location, like a location that was open within a year, they always had a line, no matter what time, day or evening. They always had a line. But if you went to a place that was like a little older, maybe about 5 years older, you could sail in and sail right on out of there, which was really crazy. And then so Mod Pizza had a lot of inconsistency issues. Even though they had a dough press, even though they used the wood stone grill, they still had inconsistencies on the cook with the pizza. Let me show you a little on the let me see if we get it. So here it is. This is it. This is actually the oven. Woodstone. Oh, you can't see it. My bad. This is actually the oven right here. That's commonly what you see when you go into mods. So this is the brand right here. Let's say Blade. There it is. So it says Mod, California Pizza Kitchen, Blaze. Yeah, I forget what again. Now, Chipotle, they're rolling out. If you've seen my lives from Chipotle, they're rolling out the griddles. The griddles are wood stone. So it's a toss up between Imperial and Woodstone as far as what brand of griddle Chipotle is using. So the writing was on the wall, right? They were Woodstone made an asserted effort to gain another client. They made that apparent to me. Every single unit that went into a Chipotle, they were dead set on making sure that freaking Woodstone griddle was working and that they were aware of any issue whatsoever. They didn't want any problems with Woodstone. So if you call them, if you contact them, there's contact us. Contact them, they'll sign you up. All right, let's see here. So Chipotle is their next. That's what they've got their eye on the prize next is Chipotle. That is their backup plan because they they kind of had all their eggs in one basket with the whole mod pizza thing. Oh yeah, you guys always love it when I give you guys these links and stuff like that. Christian, what's happening? So here's the information on Woodstone Pizza. So you can contact them. They will get a hold of you. They will send you an onboarding package. They've got like a really big. Let me see what they got with Woodstone. Let me see here. Who's got Woodstone Corp? Since we have some people in here from Australia, I don't know. I don't know who their distributor is in Australia, but this is the pizza oven you're going to need to learn. These are the people you're going to have to contact and get up to date on this sucker. If you're going to work at a Mod's Pizza, that's the brand right there. Now this Elite Food, who the hell are they? Elite. This Elite Restaurants Group, yes, Elite Restaurant Group. I've never had a problem getting paid from any restaurant that they've owned. Never had a problem. And I don't know if you guys can hear this, and I have no sound whatsoever. So what I can say about the restaurant group is that they use third-party facility management companies to provide service at their restaurants. That I can tell you. That I know. That's how I got in touch with Noon. That's how I got in touch with the previous Mediterranean restaurant. So they do this Elite restaurant group. They do focus on these locations that are extremely minimal with the amount of equipment that they have. Very simple concepts. Very items that, it's these things are not complicated to put together. You would think it is, but it the pizza is not. Everything is prepped at one location and shipped over there. The dough is mixed in this particular formula, and then the customer actually just directs the staff as to what to put onto the pizza. So this is the oven. I actually had somebody call me and ask me about this sucker. I told him, I said, hey man, you got to call Woodstone on that one, because they have so many different configurations, and only thing I've ever done from Mod is their ice machines, because they have Isomatic, and I'm an Isomatic service provider. I've worked on the ice machine. I've never worked on their hot side stuff. So this is their cooking source, and then if you've ever been in Mod, you see that they use a dough press. And since I can't tell you which one that they use, Express, let me see here. Dough Express, there we go. Let me introduce you to dough press machines. They are pretty simple and straightforward to work on. Now these are heated. The plate is warmed up to like 150 degrees or something like that. And the fun fact with this is that these are t-shirt companies. This is the equipment that they use to press all the decals and logos on the t-shirts. So these companies do a double duty. So half of their business is for the t-shirt business, and the other half is dedicated to dough press. So, and when I say dough press, I mean, we'll do this from Websterant. When I say dough press, I mean, they do pizza dough. They will also do Hispanic.
The DM18 is a clamshell manual pizza dough press, perfect for low to medium production volumes and any budget.
I've actually had experience with this one right here.
Simple, mess-free alternative to hand tossing or sheeting your dough. The DM18
I hope you guys can hear it. Yeah. So this one has a heated upper
maximum of 200 degrees
Fahrenheit. They have two
heat aids in dough flow.
There are like
allows dough to be pressed straight.
I'm not going to say how much the tension is, but they have two very
sticking to the upper
strong springs in the base of this,
affordable way to improve your production time,
and then that's what finished product provides the necessary tension when it presses down
it creates a product with a consistent thickness.
So you will find these in pizzerias, and you will find these in
the DM18 has 18-inch round platens that allow for finished crusts up to 18 inches. The DM18 is easy to use and requires no skilled labor, unlike hand tossing. Set your temperature and press time. Recommended temperature for warm dough is 110 degrees Fahrenheit.
Won't have holes in it and all that other kind of stuff.
150 degrees
Fahrenheit. So that's Dough Express.
Recommended time
I do work for Dough Express.
2 to 4 seconds, and cold dough is 4 to 8 seconds. Set your thickness with the adjustment knob at the back of the press. The weight of the dough ball and thickness setting will determine the size of the finished.
Is Dough Express the easiest people to get along with? Not really. Not really. So this is Dough Express. I'm giving you this one because I can't remember what brand that is inside the can't remember what brand that is. Oh, Elijah, what's happening? I can't remember what brand that is on in Mod Pizza. But if you go there, you can ask them, or you could just take a look, from the counter. You'll be able to see the name brand of it. The placard is in the front on those Dough Express units. So yeah, I don't care what brand it is. They have issues with the springs. The the springs will break and they need to be replaced. So it's just like everything else. There are different things that happen to these units. Now this is more or less one like Mod Pizza has, where it's got a mechanism to come down, and like I said, if they don't have a spring, then they're going to have a micro switch because they're dealing with so much flour. Oh, this is Dough Express too. Because they're dealing with so much flour, those things need constant maintenance. And the people that use these things, they're quite abusive with them. They're quite abusive with them. So there are a number of different models. Man, I can't hear this. So they just go over the different ones. Oh, you can't see it. So they just go over a bunch of these different style of units. This isn't what Mod has. I'm gonna see if I can find. With a little bit of searching, I can find the one that Mod uses.
Clamshell version, not swing away like the DMS 18, has digital control, temperature, time, and a counter function.
All right, let me see here.
A little bit easier.
Fair use.
Joins us live in West Sacramento, where the newest Mod Pizza location is opening up.
I've actually never seen a Mod Pizza that looks like this.
Hey, good morning.
We are so excited.
Hey! Thank you for joining us here in West
But as you can see, everything is wide open. You can gain access to everything they got. See, so this was 6 years ago.
What pizzas are you making? I have a special request.
There they have, they got a Taylor. So this location had a Taylor instead of the Stolten. But this was 6 years ago. So I guess they went from Taylor to Stolten, and now they just completely got rid of it. They just completely got rid of the shake machine.
This is our Dominic, Tristan.
Well, yeah, that's how Mod was 6 years ago. Let's see if I can find the dough press. Let me see what else they got. So, let me see here. Mod Pizza,
and one of my favorites here. This
RDI,
this is our barbecue chicken pizza.
Cold
It's pretty
Pack.
quick to order.
Let me see if I can find. All right, so let me show you Cold Pack. Oh, I don't want to go into this. Let me show you the gentleman. So this is Cold Pack walk-ins. Why not? So Cold Pack has a system where they have a cassette on top of the unit, so they're not using some kind of remote. That is the thing I like about Cold Packs. So if you work on these for Mod Pizza, now this is the one brand of walk-in that I say that you can go ahead and work on. And there's Pat. He's on YouTube. He's in Indiana. So this is the one brand a walk-in that I say is perfectly fine for you to work on if you're new to commercial. If you're new to, so this is the guy right here. He's the one in charge. He's the one running the show when it comes to the tech support. That's Jay, retired Navy Chief, Director of Service for Cold Pack. So he's the one you're going to contact. So this is, see, he put this out 4 hours ago, looking for some feedback, thinking about implementing this QR code on some of our condensing units. So you can go ahead and let them know what's what. But if you work on Cold Pack, if you learn how to service Cold Pack units, RDI. Let me see what I can find here. Dang, there we go. So if you learn how to work on these, Mods is a client of Coldpack, and Wingstop. So every single mod uses Coldpack, and every single Wingstop uses Coldpack. So it is a very straightforward, very the tech support is excellent. You can call. They will give you no issues whatsoever. Whatever you need, man, it is. They go above and beyond for their clients. So they have everything. This is all their tech support information, and then you can call. I mean, you're not always going to get Jay on the phone, but I mean, he does. He's on the phone quite a bit. So they have all this stuff. Coldpack is a very good line for people looking to get into walk-ins. They do everything. They make the box. So if you're into putting together a box, you do that with Coldpack. If you want to just deal with doors, you could deal with Coldpack. With the condensing units and the evaporator, that's Coldpack. They do the whole 9 yards. And like I said, once you send them pictures, measurements, and all that good stuff, man, they'll send you that stuff. I mean, it's practically like as soon as you get off the phone with them, that item has arrived. They don't play around. So let me see here. All right, so that's Coldpack with their stuff. So you got Coldpack. Hold on a second. Let me soundproof this room a little bit. So you got Coldpack. That's in every mods. We went over Woodstone. That's a pizza oven. Isomatic does their ice machines. Let me see here. All right, so this is Coldpack. I showed you Jay's information, and here's contact. Some people contacted Coldpack. Some people that tune in to my information, they went and contacted Coldpack, and then they signed them up. I was shocked. So you just never know. They're the only one. The manufacturer's the only one that knows exactly what their need is for that particular market. So here's the information. They're in Tennessee. You can go ahead and give them a call. That's the 800 number. Let me drop this number into the chat. All right, so there's the number for Coldpack. You call them up, let them know that you exist. So even if they don't sign you up, you still let them know that you're in the area. They will take that information down in case the usual suspects are too busy to go ahead and take care of a situation, or if they want a second or third opinion on something. Their money is good. Coldpack will pay you. There's not an issue with that. Of course, you guys know about Isomatic. So let me show you the unit that they are using. It is a GEM unit. GEM is the Pearl Ice. Here we go. So here's the GEM unit, the Pearl Ice. You will find these in every mod, just like what you see here. It's this exact setup here, and you'll see it with all the slits over there for proper ventilation. And I'll always look and see the stupidest thing is that they mount the water filtration behind the unit, so no one is aware when these filters are done. And that's usually when all the issues come about, is when the filters have expired, when they've done all that they can do, and they need to be changed. People can't really see them. So, but this is the unit here, the GEM model that is in the Mod Pizza. Now, this is a very popular unit. You're going to find it elsewhere, and they are using the same, because they're the same. They're owned by the same umbrella company that owns RDI Cold Pack. That's why their website and everything, not just their website, but their tech support information is all going to be very similar when it comes to the QR codes. And this is the same, the CIM, the Elevation series that you see me work on quite a bit. This is the one that's in every single Starbucks. And they have the size of the unit will vary, but they all use the Elevation series, the CIM model. Oh, you guys couldn't see that. Sorry about that. You guys couldn't see when I was going through. This is where all the tech support information is for Isomatic. Let's see here. Hopefully my internet is still good. And turn this volume down so I don't get feedback. Hopefully the internet is good. I was just told. That they said the image quality was bad. So hopefully everything is good. It seems to be good on Instagram. So I'll keep going. So we've covered. All right, so we've covered it. This is the ice machine. Oh, let me show you the Turbo Air. So Turbo Air is the open air merchandiser that is, as you know, what they do from here, we don't know, but from up until today, every Mod Pizza had this Turbo Air open air merchandiser. Once again, it's up in the air if Turbo Air will bring you on board as a service provider for one of them. But they have a number of brands, right? Texas King, which is their remote units. And then they have Radiance, which is their hot side. Let me show you what their open air unit looks like. Open display merchandisers. Not that. You'll notice some of these. This is the one, the TOM unit right here. This is a unit that you're going to see in a Mod Pizza. Turbo Air is one of the larger brands. They compete with True. They compete with Charleston. Now they're not the same quality as Charleston. They're not the same quality as the premium line as True, but they compete with True. They compete with Charleston. They compete with Continental. So they are one of the big boys. This is a Korean brand. They have a number of warehouses throughout North America. I don't know about other countries. They are all around the world. But in the United States, I want to say they at least have about 5 warehouses around the United States that they're able to supply. Yeah, this is what their warehouses look like. They are fully, they come with staff, and they stock not only the equipment, the cold and the hot side, but they also have parts there as well. So they'll have parts there. It is a very limited amount of parts, but they do have the parts there. Now here's the rub about Turbo Air. If you're in a major city, Turbo Air will have people their own service techs. Now they won't have enough service techs, but they always have their own person, right, to go ahead and take care of some of these warranty issues. I don't know if they have anybody on the hot side, but like here in Houston, they had an older Korean gentleman since like day one. No News Podcast, what's happening? Hey, Picture Man 63. Yeah, I'm good, man. I am good. I was only without power for about 4 hours on the first day. So this is Turbo Air. And let me give you some information on Turbo Air. Let's see if we can find it. So Turbo Air is in every single Mods pizza. Now you're going to have a language barrier when it comes to dealing with Turbo Air. Like I said, they are it should be Korean. It is a Korean company. I don't think it's Chinese. I believe it's Korean. And when you're dealing with corporate, some of them are Korean, and their English is not the best. So here's Turbo Air. What you're going to want to do is contact them. Let's see if these are, see, they all have different numbers. They all have different numbers. I don't know. Let's see here. We're going to go with the warranty department. So here's the information for Turbo Air. As always, contact them, give them your information. Let these people know that you exist. Let them know that you are an option in your market. Someone else that they can call. Very often these people are in a situation where they need someone to go out. These can be CODs, these can be warranty. They just need someone to go out. Their people are tied up. The usual suspects are tied up, and they have someone that's out there saying, hey, look, I bought this thing from you, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or even if it's 5 years ago, say, hey, look, I think I need a compressor. Now, the compressor itself is going to be warranty, but not the service call fee to go out there, not the trip charge to go out there. None of that is covered by the manufacturer. The labor to put that compressor is not covered by the manufacturer. The only thing that's covered is the actual compressor. So then they have no problem pitching you those kind of calls. So if you're worried about doing a compressor, just let them know, hey, look, I do everything but the compressor. And that way they know how to maneuver. That way they know what they're doing. Like I said, and Turbo Air is a major player in the refrigeration, on the refrigeration side of things. They have a very loyal following when it comes to the Asian market. So you're going to have Turbo Air in ice cream shops. You're going to have Turbo Air in grocery stores. So let me show you Texas King. Here's brands, Texas King. Oh, you guys can't see this. I don't want to show that. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to Texas King. Koreans are so difficult. I don't know why they're so difficult to deal with. So here we go. So this is, even though it's under the Turbo Air banner, it's actually Texas King. So you'll see all these different names, but it's just one particular company. Whether you see Texas King or Turbo Air, This is all them. So if you want to get into walk-ins, here you go. Their stuff is pretty straightforward. I've actually never really had much issue with Texaking. It is susceptible to the ambient temperature, so you're going to run into these grocery stores that do not keep the temperature in the grocery store, in the 70s. They tend to go on the high side, and when they do that, they go through compressors. They burn up some compressors on your grocery stores and things like that. So you're going to have your Hispanic grocery stores. They're going to use Turbo Air, Texaking. You're going to have your Asian grocery stores, H Mart and like. They will use these, and then everybody else. So this is a brand that you're going to find from sea to shining sea in the United States of America. Not just in the United States of America, this is sold worldwide. So this applies to you in Australia. This applies to you in Brazil, Argentina. This applies to you in Panama. So this is a worldwide brand. But yeah, so enough of Turbo Air. So the reason why I'm showing you, if you're just now joining, I'm going over all the things that are involved with Mod Pizza. So Mod Pizza has gone through an ownership change. They did not file for bankruptcy. So whatever bill you give them, they are going to pay you. All right. I've dealt with the current owners. Well, the people who are taking over, I've dealt with them. They've owned other concepts. Those concepts were here in Houston. They pulled out of Houston. In my opinion, they did not advertise those concepts enough. They didn't advertise them at all. And then they wondered why they fell flat. They say, oh, Houston, it's, about 6 million people in total. Once you add in all the suburbs, Houston Metro is 3 million. But once you add in Sugarland, Pearland, where I'm at, the Woodlands, Conroe, Cypress, Kingwood, you're looking at 6 million people. Friendswood, Katy. Once you add in all those different areas, it's about 6 million people. So when you have those kind of numbers, people don't think that you have to advertise. Hey, salute contractor, what's happening, man? I see you've been pumping out the videos, man. I see you. I just got internet like a day or two ago, so I had enough to like see what people were doing, but I didn't have enough internet to like really, to broadcast or to really chat with people online. And I didn't go through any major issues here, but let me show you. Let me stop this screen and let me show you this one. Let's see here. Oh, hold on. So a lot of places are still without power. Yeah, we'll just do this. A lot of places are still without power. Let me see what you guys are looking at. You're not seeing anything. All right, hold on. And here we go. So, yes. We have emergency vehicle station. This is one stoplight away from my home. And even with all those emergency vehicles, one stoplight away from the home, oh, damn, they still didn't show you that. Let's see what's happening. Even with them one stoplight away from the home. Seriously? Hold on one second. Okay, it is changing. I'm sorry. On my end, it just didn't look like it was changing. Even with them being ones, we still got like at the major light, 2 lights away at a major intersection, that sucker is still out. So, I mean, they can supply power to it, but if the actual switching station is blown, the traffic light isn't going to work, and Centerpoint isn't going to fix that. They don't work on that kind of stuff. They can supply with power, but you need somebody else locally that's going to be able to do that. Okay, good. There we go. So here it is. I got a Torchy's right next to me, and they're closed. And they're closed because they have no power. So I'm in a situation like my wife was like, why don't you get out there and work? And I'm like, work and do what? Where am I going? I can't get my packages. This isn't my UPS, but I get my items delivered to UPS, and then I pick it up from there. But look, they're closed. The one downtown, that's the one that everybody sees with the bayou is full of water. I actually get my packages about 3 traffic lights away from that big moving water that everybody sees on YouTube and on their local news. When they show flooding in Houston, that is where my packages go. Right there. I could walk to that bayou in like 15 minutes from where I pick up my UPS packages. My place is open, but this place is not. And this is just a good example. Like, well, what am I going to do? These places are closed. Torchy's is closed. So it's like, it doesn't make much sense for me to go out and get stuck in traffic. If I get onto the highway, everything will be fine. The problem for me is going to come up to when I get off of the highway. Once I exit the highway, then what? Once I exit the highway, let me see if there's the downloads. Once I exit the highway, now I'm dealing with traffic lights. I'm dealing with traffic lights that are going to be inoperable. I'm dealing with traffic lights so there's cons. And this was all from about 6 p.m. Central Time. It's 8 p.m. now. But the employees had to leave town. Yeah, no news is here. The employees had to leave town. So you had like a friend of mine. He's in the appliance business. He lives about 30 minutes west of me, and he's in Austin, Texas. That was the closest place he can get a hotel. A lot of other YouTubers like African Diaspora, his channel, I don't know where he is. He was driving north last time I saw it. He left his home. What's this podcast called? Damn. There's a guy, the Jeremy Hill podcast. He lives not that far from me. By every guest that I have, he lives not that far from me. I probably want to say he lives like 30 minutes from me. And I haven't seen him. I don't know if he has any power or whatnot. My auntie lives in Missouri City, and she has no power, but across the street from her, they have power. So she's been over there, and then she'll like go home and go to sleep, at her house. Hopefully now she has power, but she didn't have any power. She didn't want to leave her house, so I ain't forcing her. I'm not forcing her. Actually, out of all my relatives, I was the only one with power. Home Depot and Lowe's have power, but everybody else did not. So this is the Great American Cookie. So this is unlike the other Great American Cookies I deal with. So they have cheap stuff in there. They got Turbo Air. I mean, not Turbo. They got Atosa in there. The only thing that they actually have in there of any kind of quality is the oven. And I can't, for the life of me, I can't see what brand of oven that is. I cannot see. This is I forgot what the hell. Oh, Avantico. So that was an Avantico that they had in there. They got all garbage in there. It is all trash. It is all trash they got in there. So this is my street. So we had some streets that were down, but that's about it. I mean, you can't even. This is just a view of this is the school my daughter used to go to. They kick you out at fourth grade. When you graduate from the fourth grade, they kick you out. That's when school ends, and you go to another school from fifth and sixth, and they kick you out. Then it's seventh and eighth. Very different from the way I went to school. So that's what's going on where I am. That's what's happening where I am. So if I do go to someone, I run the risk of them not having power. I got a call. So I got a call from, oh damn, I just lost it. So I got a call from just yesterday. So yesterday, sandwich shop. It is sandwich and smoothies. Tropical smoothie. So one of the managers, they were a regional manager for a different sandwich chain. They jumped ship and went to tropical smoothie. So now I'm on the hook to service tropical smoothie. So he called me, this manager called me up for one of the tropical smoothie locations, and they got a problem with a turbo chef. So even when places open up, they're dealing with staffing issues. Why the hell is that one showing? So they're dealing with staffing issues. So it's a little difficult for them to get people to come to work. So it's hit or miss. So I got a call from Tropical Smoothie, and then I got a call from PetSmart. So PetSmart has AHT. AHT, and you guys know about AHT. The German AHT the Germans, the AHT is in a lot of places. Once again, they are worldwide. Yeah, they got bought up by Daikin. The Koreans, once again. So Daikin is a Korean company, and they bought the German company AHT. So they have freezers, and yeah, there you go. So there's Sydney, Australia. Well, they call this the Sydney. These suckers are sold worldwide. And so PetSmart. Yeah. PetSmart, one of the pet places I gotta go to. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta get my CO2 training on. Damn. And that's what I was trying to explain to the management company that was sending me the PetSmart call. And I said, hey man, I'll charge you to come out there, but I don't know what refrigerant that AHT unit has. It could be CO2. I have my Testo wireless probes can do CO2, right? You can't do CO2 with your analog gauges that you buy from God knows where, but you can't do CO2 with those. You need to buy gauges that handle CO2. I don't have to invest any money. I already have wireless probes that do CO2. What I don't have is the CO2 to work on the unit. And I don't even know what the arrangement is. I would probably have to go out there and find out if there's a leak or not. Just because it's an AHT doesn't mean there's no leak. AHT units do spring leaks. I have found AHT units that have leaked out all their refrigerant. And then this is back when they were using 404. So they were using they use 404, they use 448A, and they are currently using CO2. So I gotta get on my CO2. And they're using R290. I don't think I would be so lucky as to get an AHT unit in PetSmart that's R290. I have an Asian grocery store. I want to say there's about 3 lights from my home. I have an Asian grocery store that, and it's actually Vietnamese, that has about a dozen AHT freezer units, and luckily, those are R290. I have not given those Asians my number because they don't like to do maintenance, and so I just go into their grocery store and buy their stuff for my daughter. So if the call does come in, I know what they have, but I have not exposed myself. I haven't let them know who I am, just because. And they have, at that grocery store, they have True in the meat department, and then their meat cases and stuff are some Italian brand, and in the rest of the store, all around the store, the units that are just like what you see on the screen are AHT. So I actually, let me see if that dispatch came. If that dispatch came in, I'll show you guys. So you can't see, but right now I'm in my email and I'm looking to see if I had that dispatch, because that was one of the things I had to explain to that facilities management company. I said, hey, look, you need to check with that PetSmart, because we don't have, a lot of places don't have power. So you're going to give me what you need to know about these facilities management companies is everything is judged by response time. So the minute they dispatch you, they're going to call you like crazy and ask you, when have you gone out? Have you made the appointment? And so with my situation, being that this is a national disaster, I can call and not get anybody on the phone. They might have power today, but the transformer might blow and the power might go out. I've actually had 2 transformers pop in my neighborhood. Still didn't lose any power, but you heard those suckers go off. Now, I've shown you that I have a block away, I got about 15 electrical people right around the corner. So, I mean, that had a lot to do with me not losing any power, but power is going to come off and on in these times. And so I told them I don't want to accept the call if, and it's the PetSmart in Alvin, Texas. So I didn't want to accept the call if there's no one there, because then they're going to pester me every day, 2 times a day. Oh, did you call them? Did you set up at the time or any of that? I'm like, man, if you don't leave me the hell alone. So let me see here. Let me give you the information for AHT. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to remember. It's somebody that I've told you guys about. Let me drop this in the chat for them. Only reason why I take it is for content. So I take those calls. So I have a don't give a F mentality when it comes to when these facilities management companies call me. I'm like, yeah, what the hell do you want? Oh, we're calling because, we got a PetSmart that's blah, blah, blah. We got a Dollar General, blah, 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 blah. We got a this. And I'm like, where is it? How far away is it? So for me, Alvin, Texas is only, all right, let's see here. All right, hold on. Let me do this. Map. PetSmart. And I'm going to show you this. All right, so bam. Here we go. PetSmart in Alvin. So this is where they're asking me to go to. I don't know if they're open or not. Let's see this map. Let's see this map. So this used to be like no man's land not that long ago. This is like the middle. Look at this. There's nothing. There's nothing over here. See, and there is the ocean. This is Galveston that got wrecked. And it always gets wrecked. Galveston, everything is on pylons. Everything gets wrecked. I'm going to get a bunch of calls going on there. I'm going to bitch. I'm going to moan. I'm going to fuss. I'm going to go. And then here's the bay where they do all their little jet skiing and they have their multi-million-dollar boats and stuff. And the inlet, and all these million-dollar houses where they have their boats and then they can go on out. So you see here, you got a breaker. You got a breaker island. Right, so you have calm waters here where the millionaire can have their boats and they can do their jet skiing and they have their pontoon boats and all that other garbage. And then out here, this is open ocean. This is open ocean. See? Open ocean. That's what I try to tell you people. I'm like, hey, man, I'm right at the water. So I live right there where the blue dot is. I just take one road, boom, and I'm right there. And this PetSmart, I think it's like right there with the Home Depot. Where's the Home Depot? The Home Depot's on the other side. Oh, damn, they got another Busy Bee. Where's the Home Depot? Burger King, Auto Parts. So yeah, I pretty much run roughshod over the whole area. So I get to demand whatever the hell I want because it's just me. Pretty much out here. Everybody else has to drive a ways and a Tractor Supply. I got everything I want right there. Yeah, the Home Depot. Where the hell's Home Depot? Home Depot is right here somewhere. Let me see where you guys at. ConApp. Oh yeah. This ConApp it is ConApp. It's ConApp. So they haven't called me. So it's ConApp that has PetSmart. And word to the wise, ConApp might, don't hold me to this. Hold on now. Don't hold me to this. ConApp might get Mod Pizza. They might get Mod Pizza. There is a chance. If they don't know, I'll call them so they can throw their hat in the ring. And I'm not bald, by the way. I'm doing midlife crisis. I'm do my Wakanda Forever thing. Do some stuff there with the hair. But there's a chance. There is a chance that they can get Mod. This restaurant group that I was to tie it all back in, the restaurant group I was telling you about, this elite, what the hell are they? Yeah, this elite restaurant group. So I've dealt with them in the past, and they use facility management companies for all their maintenance on all their equipment, right? So they are extremely, they are just the money people. They are extremely hands off. They're like, let these people, we're going to hire these people. So whether it's going to be the Brandy Group that I've told you guys about, whether it's going to be Nordon, whether there's going to be ConApp, whether it's going to be ConApp, whether it's going to be ConApp, Nordon, whether it's going to be Mod Pizza, excuse me, any one of those, I've already given you those. If not, you could leave a message when the video is over with, and I can go over that again. So these people, like he said, they have a lot of big clients, so he wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. And Brandon Group actually needs to fill. They lost a large client, so Mod Pizza would not only would Mod Pizza fill that gap, but it would be a much bigger client than the one that they had lost. It would be a much bigger client. So Branded Group, Nordon, Conap, those three. I mean, those are my favorite. Those three are my favorite. There are quite a few others out there on site, but on site. Let me see. Blah blah blah. On site. There we go. Oh, hold on one second. Where the hell did I go? Make this bigger. Bow. All right, here is on site. On site. Bam. And you say, damn, this is a dope jam. So here's on site. All right, they do everything. Everything. Now, I don't normally bring up New York companies. All right. I normally don't bring up New York companies, but you know, I will. And this is something that you're going to see is that a lot of these are women-owned, women-run facilities because they're not actually going to do the work. My sister's in the business. My sister's been in the business since she was 12. And this is one of the things that I stressed to my sister. I said, hey, look, your daughter, my daughter, you know, they you know, need to get in on this side of the business. These women typically are daughters of appliance techs. Right. And so, look, they're in the UK, Canada, Puerto Rico. I don't know why they made that separate, but that's still the US. It's a territory of the US. So US, Canada, and the UK. Let me see if I can find some contact information. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. So, oh, what the hell? What the? Now, this is strange. This is really strange. So sometimes I talk to people that they're in New York, but everything here is saying they're in California. Maybe that's why I like them. But anyway, so here's the information for on-site. This is another one. If you haven't heard about, okay, yeah, there's so many. There are so many different facilities management companies, and so I talk with contractor often, and he's always mentioning stuff like, "Hey, man, you know, can I get people to work for me?" And you know, and I just do that, and I'm like, yes. All of this when you're talking about, you know, scaling up, when you're talking about being in Chicago and having people work for you in Fort Lauderdale, people working for you in Oklahoma, people working for you in Missouri, in Denver, you can do that using these services. That's not a problem. My biggest issue, the biggest problem that you have with scaling up, with making your company larger, with covering a wide area, is the manpower. And everybody thinks that the manpower is simple. The manpower is oh yeah, hey, I know people. Everybody knows people. You know, problem is skilled people. You can't just throw a body at this stuff. They're never going to figure it out. If we could do that, there wouldn't be a labor shortage on this side. On this side of things, it requires a lot of training, a lot of skill. My whole channel is about training. That's it. Training, industry news. That's it. I'm not here to tell you how to turn a wrench. I'm not here to tell you, oh, this is how you fix a walk-in. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to tell you how to run your business. I'm here to tell you these are the facilities that are providing training. These are the companies that are providing training. Here's the information. Get this training. Once you get that training, here's where you can apply it. These are people who are looking for your skills. Once you have the skills, there's no shortage in places to apply your skills. I just lectured a guy today, a guy that I've known for now 12 years. Oh man, it's a little, he said, oh man, my phone ain't ringing. I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean your phone ain't ringing? I'm in a hurricane and I'm getting calls from Smoothie, what the hell is that? Not Smoothie King, but their competitor. I'm getting calls from about PetSmart. He has access to everything I've told you guys about. A lot of times it just comes down to you, you know? It comes down to you, what you're willing to learn. If you want to like learn from somebody else, you're going to fail. You need to go ahead and follow this training. You need to go to the manufacturer's website, do their training, learn a trade. He's doing online training stuff. And you got Igniter Labs has online training. In person comes after you go through the basics. Don't think that you're going to go to a training class and they're going to take little Johnny by the hand and say, oh, this is a contactor. Oh, little Johnny, and this is a controller, and this is how you program it, little Johnny. They're not going to do that. They will never do that. They're going to tell you where you can get the programming instructions. They're going to tell you how you can update a unit that's programmable, but they're never going to explain this unit. It's already got the information on it on where you're going to connect everything up. That's going to be on you. The assumption is you're already up to speed. They just need to tell you what the problems are with their particular equipment. They're not going to give you anything general. Everything is going to be specific. Everything is specific. So you have to do a lot of self-education. I tell you where you go to get that self-education. You know, once you get it, then you can go ahead to ConApp. Once you can go ahead to, you know, oh yeah, let me go ahead and pop this back on the screen. Places like OnSite. And as I remember, you know, some of these places and some of these things, you know, I'll bring them up to you. Sometimes I forget, to be honest with you. So when this stuff comes up, and, you know, a reason why I wasn't on Monday is I didn't have any damn internet. There was no, Vancouver. All right. Offices, they're moving on up. Check them out. Ooh. Hoity-toity, they going over there with the movie theater. I mean, not the movie theater, but the movie industry. They making TV shows and movies. Vancouver. I might have to keep my voice down. I was supposed to be dating this girl in Vancouver when I was a young buck. All right, let's see here. President Jacqueline. Oh, it doesn't let me click on it. None of this stuff lets me click on it. What the hell? Why are they even up there if you can't click on their background? Whatever. So industries. So once again, if you sign up with if you sign up with on-site. Now, this is facilities management. This isn't, you're never going to, this isn't like residential. You're not, I mean, I'm going to get that customer. I'm going to flip and make for my own customer. No, 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 no. No, these are large organizations that don't deal with individual mom and pop companies. They only want to deal with, a facilities management company. They're going to handle the floors, the plumbing, the windows, the doors, the security system. They just want to call that one. They want the store manager to call that 1-800 number. And that 1-800, whoever answers the phone on the other end of that 1-800 number, that person is going to send someone out. That is how this is set up. That is how it works in corporate America. That is how they want that to go. So they're doing preventative maintenance, blah, 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 on-demand emergency services, duct work. All right, like I said before, metal awning, glass awning cleaning. There we go. Ceramic tile floors. Right, the maintenance on it, weekly, the janitorial services. Appliances are an afterthought. That is something you all must understand. With the government, whether it be local, state, or federal, appliances are an afterthought. No one gives a damn. King, what's happening? What's going on? No one cares. All right, you care, but no one else cares. They put, like I said, floor care above appliances. There's no mention of appliances in that. That is just how little people think about appliances, because they only care about it if it breaks. That is the only time they care about it. Yeah, they don't even mention nothing else. That is all they care about. So it's up to you to stay up to date on this kind of thing. There they go with LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. What the hell is she talking about? Fair use. Oh, I can't do it. So they do all kind of, all the appliances, no matter where it is, hospitals, the whole nine. So just know on-site, and mods could fall into the hand of on-site, can easily fall into the hand of on-site. So these guys are extremely aggressive in this facilities management game. Why? Because it is all profit. It is all profit to just be the middleman. They just dispatch the calls. It is all profit for them. So they just have to deliver. They have to find a service company, whatever they need, plumber, appliance tech. They just have to find it. They have to find it. So that's the deal. Let me see if I got directions. Let me see how. Okay, so it says it's going to be about 24 minutes for me to get to this PetSmart from my house at 8:30 in the evening. It's 13 miles away. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's 13. That PetSmart is 13 miles away. But for everybody else, it's 13 miles away from my home. My office is down, in the downtown area. But they know once you do a call for these people in an area, they pretty much got you marked for that area, especially if they have a hard time. So I made my service call really high, because I've already shown you guys what I really wanted to show you. So if I get it, I get it. I'm not really. I only do these calls to stay current, to know if these guys are paying, if they're paying on time, what their payment system is like. ConApp is using the bill system, so it is you go online, they're going to submit your invoice, and then they're going to pay you electronically. So you're going to get an email from a company called Bill, and it's going to say that your invoice has been submitted, and then you're going to get paid. Then once you get paid, you're going to get another email from Bill saying your payment has been deposited into your bank account. So that's what's nice about it, that they do, but it does take like 22 days to pay. That I don't care for. And with that, I am going to call it an evening. For all of you on Instagram and YouTube, feel free to leave a message in any one of the old videos that you see with any questions you might have. I have no issues with addressing them with a video or talking about them live, or even addressing anything that you have live. I will be on, unless there's a hurricane, unless there's a tornado, unless there's a Noah style flood. I am on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays is 7, and Thursdays. The time on Thursdays vary, but in the summertime, I'll be on Thursdays around 7 p.m. Central Time, because Mike Sneed is in his ice cream business, and he's going to be quite busy with that, especially until the end of the summer. He's going to be extremely busy with his shops. So with that, I thank you all for checking on me and my family. I really do appreciate that. We were lucky, only without power for 4 hours. So my wife was a pain in my what, because we didn't have any cell phone service or any internet. But other than that, we're good. I've done 40 minutes over what I wanted to do. If you go over the earlier part of this live stream from an hour and 40 minutes ago, what I started out talking about was Mod Pizza, how there's a new ownership. Frank, what's happening? How there's a new ownership, and you should definitely introduce yourself to the Mod Pizza in your area. There are around 450 Mod Pizzas around. Now, they're going to close some. Which stores are going to close, no one knows, but put your hat in the ring and make sure you're set up with on-site. Because Frank, I was telling people about on-site. Where the hell they go? I was telling people about on-site. So if you sign up with on-site, what the hell? On-site has air conditioning. Where the hell is it? Bam. So Frank, this is on-site. If you sign up with them, they will dispatch you dispatch calls on air conditioning, commercial air conditioning for restaurants, grocery stores, pet stores, and even hospitals. So here's the information right here. You call them, they're doing, on-site is gone worldwide now. So when I knew them, they were just doing US. So now they're doing Puerto Rico, they're doing the UK, and all of that good stuff. But with that, I am getting up out of here. And once again, thank you all for checking on me. Now, see you guys on Monday. Let me see here. There we go.